This right here, this, as much as I planned this, I didn't expect this. You know, like, let's be real here. So if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm in a hotel. Okay? Thing is, this hotel has bunk beds. 4 to be exact. And I was not prepared for this. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie at all. I'm not saying it's bad. This is good. Okay? It gives me an opportunity to potentially meet people within my own living space, or meet people out in the lobby or the lounge space. Either way, we're networking somehow. Okay? So we're still staying on track. So I'm not completely defeated. However, I feel defeated right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because to be honest, okay, to the people that don't know, I'm not in Canada. Pay attention. I'm not in Canada. Okay? I'm in the United States. Specifically, California. Specifically, downtown Los Angeles. I am far from home. I'm feeling like fucking Tom Holland right now. Okay? Fucking Spider-Man. Okay? Let's start there. Now, why I'm here? Why I'm here? I don't even think I'm able to go to that event. Let's keep it a buck. I'm laying it all out. Yo, I have funds. Funds are still coming in. I get 2 paychecks this week. But when I say renting a car ate up my funds, fam, we're shaking it. I'm not saying we're out of the park. We're shaking it right now, okay? So, budget is gonna have to be on an all-time high. Like my math, wow, I can't even speak. My mathematics skills have to be on 10, okay? So far, so good. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm here for a week, and I gotta really budget my money so I can manage this trip. Cause trust and believe me, right now I'm cutting it close. I'm telling you, I'm cutting it really close. And above all that, I don't think I can really do what I need to do. Like I said, I'm here for Complex Con. I don't think I can get the 2-day ticket. I'm gonna keep it honest. I might be able to get a 1-day ticket, but right now, spending that much money on something like that in the United States isn't the best option. So I'm gonna have to cut it close if I do. If not, unfortunately, this is strictly a work trip. Because the Complex Con portion was supposed to be my pleasure trip. That was supposed to be me enjoying myself, having fun within the environment that I truly believe in and I think has the most power. So let's get that out the way. Now, I do have other plans. So now that I have a car to drive, I can kind of execute these plans just depending on what the price is looking like. Okay, we're in LA. Nothing is really cheap around here, bro. I went down to friggin' Shake Shack. Bro, I'm never going back to Shake Shack again. That shit is expensive. Like, where's the Burger King? A man like me get a Whopper just now and it feed me good. Go to Shake Shack, get a little dinky slider. I was vexed. Got crinkle fries with it. The crinkle fries were nice and crispy. But it was small. Like, I was vexed, man. I was like, shit. This is not what I'm expecting right now. So America, you got a lot of work to do here, okay? So, well, to please me at least. I do have other plans, like I said. And since I can drive, I can sort of execute those plans, but I have to be careful with the funds because we still got to think about going back home. Even the food situation. Shake Shack, you kind of disappointed me. So the food situation, I have it covered. Don't worry. I have a week's worth of food. Okay? Went down to the local CVS. Got some food to hold me for the week. Okay? Is it the healthiest of food? Absolutely not. And you know me, I don't really... Like, the unhealthy shit, that's cool. Clearly. Because... Okay, putting it out there, that breakup that I had, It really messed up my mental space, and it took me out of that mindset that I had of being on top of health and being prepared and being like, it really messed up my head. Now, I am fighting to get back to that. So I'm making an effort. Like, if you have me on Snapchat, like, I started going out and doing early morning workouts. Like, either if it's like weights in my garage or just like a run on the track. So it's not necessarily there to help me get back to the person I was, but it's going to help me get that mindset that I had that got me to that point. So these things, it takes time to build. It's a slow burn, which is what I like to say all the time. But I have not given up. I'm still pushing, still persevering. If I can collect my original mindset that I had prior to the breakup, I truly believe that I can get back to the person that I was. But if I cannot obtain that, I don't know what the future's going to look like. I'm not going to lie to you. And to be honest, with the ups and downs that I have in life, it's really going to be difficult to get these things going, honestly, like really and truly. So all I say is like keep me in your prayers, all that, yada, 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 because life is rough right now. Like I was like in Canada before the trip, I was good. I was sitting nice, Cutting corners crazy. Like, trust me, like when I say I was cutting corners like a motherfucker, trust and believe me, the kind of corners I was cutting, it was like Tokyo Drift, I promise you. But I was making things work, so future's bright, but in the world that we live in it's harder to live. It's not looking like a super bright future, but it's definitely looking like something that we can manage and obtain. Not giving up, okay? Also, even though like the breakup was bad, I have not given up on women. However, the market for dating right now is absolutely terrible, and personally, I do not want to take part because the way it's set up, it's not set up for success anymore. It's set up for short-term gain, which is cool. But that can lead to an addiction that you do not want. You know what I'm saying? And that can create more problems in your future later on, So I'd rather not take part in that kind of activity because I really need to focus on what I have to do, especially for like job situation, right? Because when it comes to getting a job now, especially back in Canada, this shit is stressful. Absolutely stressful. So I gotta make sure that I'm really focusing on what I really want to obtain. I've set my mind to a couple goals. I have not given up on marketing yet. It's just marketing right now is the worst thing to be looking for, and it bothers me because of all the hard work that I did in Sheridan to get through that marketing program. Now, a lot of people say it was very easy, but there were times where it's like it was very challenging, and getting those kind of grades that I have gotten were not realistic. So I always when I look back at Sheridan, I always give thanks to like all the people that I met, all the people that I study with, all the people that I still keep as friends, all the friends in general. Like I gotta give thanks to these people because honestly, if it wasn't for any of them, like I don't even think I would be. First of all, A, graduate. Let's be real, and B, like getting just surviving the program in general. But now that I did those two, like the third part, which is obtaining the job, it just seems like it's so impossible. And it's really hard because I know for a fact if I was to get into a marketing firm, something that matches my style, my kind of energy, doesn't necessarily have to. I can also bring that kind of energy as well. I truly believe that I can A, shine, and B, just be an outgoing individual, like a hard worker, fun. I can give that kind of element that people a lot of times forget within those kind of workspaces, right? Because when it comes to marketing, nowadays marketing is very simple. It's actually very simple, but because it's so simple, it also comes off as harsh, right? So we need to bring back the fun side to marketing because I think what they're doing is that they're keeping everything at a basic level because it works, right? Like they do these things because it works. It makes the most money. You don't want to put in so much. You don't want to put in all this hard work for partial results or not get the results that you're currently getting. So it kind of makes sense, but I truly believe I can bring a certain element that can really elevate and uplift people, and that is just my character. That does sound a little narcissistic or self-centered or whatever, but I'm not. I promise you, I'm not that individual. I don't. I wouldn't even say I'm a humble individual because people that say that they are humble are truly not humble. But I believe in the good people have within their own bodies. You know, every person has a good spirit, has a good soul, and I truly believe that if we can all connect on a certain level for success or achievements, we can really make this world a better place. So, what I like to say also is the sky's the limit, you know? Now, I gotta get this on YouTube. It's not gonna be at 8 p.m. like how I usually do it, but I'm doing this to make sure that we do not miss a week, okay? I always knew that it was gonna come down to me doing this by myself. And here we are today, November 15th in America. I'm doing this solo because honestly I have no choice, and I really believe in the power of the podcast that we have and the future episodes that we can build and the future collaborations we can obtain and the future like deals, endeavors, whatever. I truly believe in this platform, or like this lane I should say, because I see I see things like this as lanes, potential lanes for potential opportunities. And I really truly believe that the lane that I have and with the people that I know, this can create opportunities that can really elevate each and every one of us, just depending on who's here, of course. But I like to think as this, not me, but as this podcast, as a conduit to success, because a lot of people, especially nowadays, they always talk about starting one, but they don't really do it. I did it, which is the first step. The first step is to just jump in and do it, and then figure out everything else down the line. That's how these things go, right? When it comes to ground up, when it comes to ground up, you start from the bottom, work your way up, and see where everything is, see how it goes, and just keep pushing, you know? Because you never know what could happen when you do these things. So I want to keep the consistency high, so when my time comes, I wouldn't say I'm ready, but I'm prepared, you know? Because to say you're ready is like you know what's going to happen, and you're prepared for prepared yourself on what to do. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just know that I am prepared. You can tell that by the way I articulate myself that this is not the first episode. This is the 32nd episode, I believe, of this podcast, Match Energy Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. You know the vibe. But I want not what I want, but my goal for this is A, to have our own proper studio that we own and not something that we have to rent. And B is just bring in good people, good vibes, you know? It doesn't necessarily have to be positive. Like, you can have some negative people in here with negative views, but you can still create a vibe where you can at least get an understanding about each other. Because that's one thing I'm really good at. I can understand both sides of a situation and then come to a conclusion and decide which is better. That's me personally. That's one of my skills, and I feel like later on down the line it will be very important for this podcast. So just want to brush up on that little skill that I have. The way I do stutter, the way I articulate myself. I do mess up words like that one. It's articulate, not articulate. Okay, but I just got to work on it. I have a stutter. Okay, and trust me, sometimes it gets very bad, especially since I'm not used to being on camera. I'm always behind the camera, not in front. So, you know, these are things I got to work on. I always say, this is still a work in progress, even though we're 30 plus episodes in, you know. I want us to eventually hit 50 episodes. I want us to eventually hit 100 episodes, you know. Possibilities are there. We just got to keep striving for greatness. Because if you're not striving for greatness, then you're just you're wasting your time. A lot of people has told me this, and now I'm starting to put the words and everything else together and starting to understand If you know me, I'm a very different individual. I don't usually follow the rules. I'm usually outside the box. I like to say I'm unorthodox. My jokes are harsh, but they are funny. I'm that kind of person, you know. So what can I say? It goes well with the podcast. It's a nice blend, you know. I believe I rambled enough. So, with that being said, I believe we can end this. I never expected for this one to be short or to be long. An hour? No. 30 minutes? That's pushing it. 30 minutes is a lot, you know? But either way, we're starting to get used to this, okay? Now I have an idea of what this feels like, and looking at what I'm doing, I can kind of understand, like, look, when you're by yourself, you don't have to show the whole room. It's more focused on you now, so you know, it's just sky's the limit. That's all I can say. Anyway, I'm surprised no one walked in yet. It's pretty great, honestly. That's time to end this too. So, like I said, please, this is the Max My Energy podcast. Please subscribe, like, share, leave a comment. Let me know, because it's not us right now. Let me know what you think about seeing me like this. Not necessarily in a space like this, because this is not going to be forever, okay? This is 1 week right here, so just get used to this, all right? Let's keep this pushing, and let's see where we can. Let's see how high we can take this podcast. Please subscribe. Please leave a like. Please comment. Please share it. Okay, I have other episodes people would be interested in. There's a lot of different episodes for a lot of different individuals. All you gotta do is share and just give that helping hand. You know, you never know. We have mental health conversations. Absolutely. We definitely have plenty of those. Don't get it twisted. There were more to come, but, well, the last episode, I'm going to leave that one for next. Well, okay, hold on. I still got some episodes to get through. But let's just say there's going to be another prelude to the storm. Let's leave it at that. We're going to have another prelude, okay? Because there was a conversation that took part on this podcast. Trust and believe me. It was honestly, let me be real. That was that was the most heated conversation we've ever had on this podcast. And you thought the one with me and Andre was stressful? This one, first of all, had 3 people. And, of course, I'm getting ganged upon. But that's usually how it goes with this podcast. Everyone want to attack me. And it's okay. I'm good at return fire. You know what I'm saying? But there is going to be a couple episodes coming up soon that are going to be heated, which is going to be another example as to why I don't necessarily need a mic, you know? It is very easy for me to be loud. That is not a problem at all, okay? So, trust me, we're not saying we're not getting mics. It's just right now, it's not in the future. To be honest, we got to fix the backdrops before we even get any mics. You know? So we got to fix the visuals, then we fix the audio, and then sky's the limit again. Of course, we're going to hit our peak and then make more changes to the set. But either way, it's going to be constant changes to this podcast. So always what I like to say is sky's the limit. Wow, the stuttering and the fumbling of words and all that is just, ooh. I really gotta get to use. I gotta get. Wow, see what I'm saying? I gotta get used to having solo podcast episodes. So consider this an introduction. Okay. My name is Randy Edwards. This is the Match My Energy podcast. Take care. Have a good night, and please pray for me, because this situation is not my best situation right now. But I promise you, I can get through this. But right now, it's shaky. Okay. This is a very shaky situation, so please pray for me. All right, guys, take care. Later.